Welcome back to Hope's Homemade Kitchen. Today we're making almond shortbread cookies. Now these are rich, buttery cookies that are gluten-free, and you can make them with only 5 ingredients. Let me show you those ingredients and we'll get started. The ingredients for the almond shortbread cookies are sugar, almond flour, butter, baking soda, and vanilla. Okay, this recipe is really very easy to put together. I'm going to start with 2 softened sticks of butter. I'm using salted butter, but you could use unsalted as well. And really all we do is mix up the ingredients, roll it out into a log in parchment paper, and then let it chill in the refrigerator for a few hours, and then we can slice and bake. Doesn't get much easier than that. So I have my 1 cup of butter in my bowl, adding 1 cup of sugar, okay, then I'll cream my butter and sugar. Okay, at this point I'm going to add in my vanilla. About 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, now I'm going to add in my baking soda and almond flour, and then I'm going to stir with a spatula. So 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and 4 cups of almond flour. Okay, I'll stir this up until it kind of starts coming together, and then we'll need to get in there with our hands and knead it. So with very clean hands, we'll just knead it like a dough right in the bowl. This helps to hydrate that flour more. Really get in there till it all comes together. It doesn't matter how much you knead it, it's not, there's no gluten in there, so it's not going to get tough. Now it's very well hydrated. Bring my parchment paper over. I'm going to form it into a log. Now you could also form this into a disc and roll it out and use cookie cutters to cut once the dough is chilled. I think it's much easier just to roll them up. And then when they're chilled enough, then you just slice them. Slice and bake. So it's almost like those refrigerator cookies that you can make. Okay, this is going to go in the refrigerator for at least 3 hours, and then we will be back to do the baking. Okay, now we're back, and I've cut up the logs into 1/3 inch pieces. One of the cookie sheets is already out and cooled, so you'll want to cook them at 325 degrees. These cooked about 10 minutes. So I will be decorating these with some Easter colors. Now the second one is ready to go back in. For some of them, I'm going to dip them in some turbinado sugar, the tops of them. And that will be my decoration for some of them. And then for the remainder, I'll be drizzling some colored chocolate on them. So that just gives a little bit of variety of some with crunch, some with chocolate, and some plain. You just have to kind of watch the cookies. The original recipe said 7 minutes, but that wasn't nearly enough. So I ended up putting them in for about 10 to 11 minutes. Okay, so the first batch of cookies has cooled, and I've melted some yellow and blue melting wafers, kind of Easter colors. Okay, I'm going to experiment. Just kind of do a swirl. See how that works. A little better, I guess. Yeah, I like that. These shortbread cookies are really holding together more than you would think for gluten-free cookies. I'm going to leave a few plain. So I wanted to show you the final product. Gluten-free almond shortbread. And these are done 3 different ways with the same dough. Just cut and slice. These are plain ones. These have turbinado sugar on them. And these are decorated on the edges with just some melting wafers. You can also dip these in chocolate and arrange them on a platter. So you can see how easy these cookies were to put together with just 5 simple ingredients. They're a good alternative to regular cookies by having a gluten-free option available. Let me do a taste test on a plain gluten-free almond shortbread. For a gluten-free cookie, look how good they hold together. With just those 5 simple ingredients, it's really good. You can decorate them any way you like, or you can dip them in chocolate, melting wafers of different colors, and they're great with coffee or tea. Thank you for joining me today on Hope's Homemade Kitchen. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends. We'll see you next time.